Hey, what's going on, Strat fans? It's Colonel Strat, the Strategy Extraordinaire here, and today I'm back with another tactics video for you. So, today we're going to tackle the infamous checkerboard formation. So, this formation is a bit tricky to set up, but once you get it set up like this, with a whole bunch of extra archers, you can do a lot of damage and not take as much hits. Now, it confuses the AI when you have it checkerboarded like this, because they don't know which unit to go for. So, even though your archers will eventually go into melee combat, it's good to have some that are decent melee combats, like these guys. They're decent melee combat, so they can hold their own when they get into melee combat, but the thing is, they'll also be getting covered by the others when this happens. So you could effectively do a doom stack of this formation and, probably do better, but I always try to have a nice backline for them to fall back to when it does get kind of overwhelming. So like when they start to take a lot of damage, I'll send them back. And I do like to have some accents on the side to help them too. But either way, this is a very powerful formation, especially because of the raw damage output. You got to make sure that for this army in particular, there's one other I'm going to show you that could probably be more powerful than this. But for this one in particular, you don't want skirmish on. You want guard mode on so they don't leave, and just have them take the brunt of the melee combat. Now I know what you're saying, Colonel. Why should I have my missile infantry be attacked by melee and get into melee combat? They're not good there. They're not as good as my melee infantry in the back. Well, what you should worry about is just if they break, but you don't have to worry because of the interlocking fields of fire, which I will show momentarily. All right, let's get on with the battle. All right. So we gotta watch. There's no fast units because the fast units can cause damage early on, and they'll try to go for the flanks. But this is just a simple Beastman army, Beastman horde. They do have some big units that will want to focus down with the archers, but once they get into range of the first line, they should start taking damage. And I will use some breath attacks as well on some of these stragglers out here. So that they don't try to flank us. I let them auto fire for a little bit until the enemy gets right up on us, but then I will try to do some main fire. Let's slow down the Gorgon.
Destiny sends me.
That way we can get the other ones knocked out before that happens.
At once.
We are going to want to go here. Why are you... No.
As you say, maintaining order.
Stop.
Spearmen, for the king! To battle!
And for the ones up there, we do send these guys up there as well.
It will be done!
Assyrians fire!
Alright. That way we can get them out of there
My power is yours.
fast as
Cooling the
possible.
winds.
Because we want them to keep firing.
Orders. Attack! To battle! Yes.
Yeah, that's a problem.
To war!
These big monsters
Loyal.
can cause a problem. But they're usually
power
not that
is
much of a
yours.
problem.
Spearmen! For duty!
Awaiting orders.
We want to try to get the
Seeking
checkerboards
the
out
foe.
of melee
Spearmen.
range. It could be wise to also put the melee units first, so they run into the line and have the checkerboard fire behind them. Therefore sacrificing the melee line, but saving the checkerboard, which could be a wise thing to do. As well as supporting our troops with buffing spells and all that. But we've already done quite a bit of damage to them, even though we've taken quite a bit of damage ourselves because of the enemy forces. But now the checkerboards are starting to come back, so we could focus on the big units.
Maintaining order.
Let's get this Gorgon down.
For order!
And let's get these guys out.
Going! It is done!
And get these guys
Battle
out too.
awaits!
Last breath attack.
Sir Archmage!
Alright, I think that Gorgon's done. Yep, let's focus on the giant.
My power is yours.
See how we can now focus fire on other things as well and really kill these big. We can use focus fire on these big monsters as well. So a little rocky there, but it still was a really good formation, and I think it will still result in a decisive because we killed both of their monsters as well. Alrighty, so now let's go on to the next composition for you guys today. Alright, y'all knew this was coming. It's a Way Watcher Doomstack, pretty much. I don't like Doomstacks particularly, so I don't really use them as much, but the Way Watchers are almost an exception. So I have an army of 14 Way Watchers here, and then I have 4 Wildwood Rangers and the Sisters of Avalorn. Well, the Sisters of Twilight. So the only reason why I have these guys in the back is just for when they go back, because this is the one exception to the rule of using no skirmish. These guys can use skirmish because their speed is very abnormally big. They have 40 speed. For an infantry unit, that's really insane. Like, all of these beastmen have 38. The one that's closest to them is probably the Doom Bull at 64. All the rest of them are very slow, so they're not going to be able to reach them, and they're able to fire while they move. So when they get close enough, they'll just be able to, like, move away, you know? And that's why you can put them in Vanguard as well, so they can go up in front and face the enemy. They can hit all of them from the start as well, because you see we have them all within range. And then they can outrun them running back to the lines, and then I can have the Wildwood Rangers do their thing. So, with that said, let's get into the battle. So immediately, they'll all start to open fire, you'll see.
It is destined!
And start dealing a lot of damage to enemies. And then when they start to move, they will break up the checkerboard formation, but they'll be able to move away. I think the only ones that can catch them are the Minotaurs. And if they do catch them, then we need to get out of there. That's the ones we gotta send in. The Wildwood Rangers too.
Death to all! For Karnos! Children of Athel-Loren!
Yeah, those are the ones we gotta send.
Archers!
Fight as one!
Because the Way Watchers will keep running and firing.
Sisters of Twilight!
Let's do some damage.
Way Watchers! At pace!
Yeah, we're starting to take some hits. The
Daughters
Way Watchers
Azrael!
are getting caught out in
Children
the
of
open.
Athel-Loren! Defenders
But now
of
we're able to
Athel-Loren!
really do some damage to them
Way
as well.
Watchers! We never miss!
Yep, see? Now we've got our guys here. But we're able to do a lot of damage to them. And you see, even though we're technically running from them, we're still doing a lot of damage to them.
Children of Athel-Loren!
An insane amount, I have to say.
My bow hungers!
Yeah, we've done so much damage to them just by running away. Just by running away.
Watchers!
Let's force down those guys.
Bloody battle! Yes!
No, we need the Talon of Dawn.
For the
Oh,
eternal
we lost the Way
realms!
Watcher.
targets!
Yeah, we did lose a little bit more guys.
Weapons loose! Warriors of area! Our bows are
Are
yours!
we firing? Come on, man. We gotta be firing. Come on.
The season of war!
Because most of our way watchers are back
Way
here being
Watchers!
chased. They gotta fire on these guys. They got to. Come on. We're leaving our guys, our melee guys, out there to be killed.
Pull back!
Yep. A couple way watchers have been killed, but
Archers ready!
let's get up there.
Release!
Let's start
Way
pummeling them.
Watchers!
Let's start it. We gotta kill the big guys.
By Kronos!
They're turning back because of routing infantry. Jesus.
End them!
That is one of the
Ready?
downsides. Oh, well, would you look at that? They're starting to rout anyway because of all the damage.
It will be done! For Kronos!
Like I said, a doom stack of these would probably be more effective, but it's the enemy fast units. If the enemy has units faster than you, they can get to the Way Watchers, but they still have insane speed, and they still did really well for even the amount of damage that we took. Making it a close victory because, you know, it wasn't the best, but you can see that both styles have their advantages and disadvantages. I didn't see a lot of videos explaining the different styles because you can use infantry that can fire while moving if they're fast enough. So far, the only one I see that works with it are Way Watchers, as you saw right there. But that was Checkerboard formation, Strat fans. I hope you enjoyed the video, and leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. And from the bottom of my heart, keep it strategic, Strat fans. Colonel out.